and welcome back to the studio. Stop. I can't do this anymore.
What is it now?
We can't keep doing this. We need something fresh.
Something new.
Change can be anything from change in everyday car route or something as big as moving to a different state. She's going to talk about quite the big change she's having in her life.
So, what was your initial reaction when you found out you got into NYU?
I was very, very happy. I literally screamed and I fell to the floor and I was crying. Everybody was really happy for me, and that was a really good moment.
So, how long has New York University been your dream school?
Like the first time I stepped foot into New York, it was like the summer of 8th grade going into 9th grade. So ever since my high school career, I've loved New York and the fast pace of it and everything. And I remember that Christmas, my mom got me my first NYU hoodie. And I lost it now. This is a new one. I'm wearing an NYU hoodie, by the way.
You're gonna be coming down for spring break and winter break in summer.
100%.
Yeah. And also, did you get any scholarship money or?
I did. I got a $30,000 scholarship from Tisch, which is the drama school. Oh my gosh.
That's really good. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. It doesn't cover a lot because tuition is $50K.
Per year or per semester? Oh.
Per year.
Yeah.
Plus room and board.
So, are you planning to
89.
get your bachelor's degree or graduate's degree?
I honestly don't know. I want to get my master's, but theater isn't something you need your master's for. I think because NYU is really lenient with double majoring. I think I might double major or minor in business and see what happens.
So what was the audition process like?
To submit 2 videos and you have to input the monologues that you're going to do. So they give you a Zoom link when it comes close to your date, and there's an acting evaluator and there's a singing evaluator. And she was like, I did my first monologue, she really liked it. I did my second monologue, and then we had an interview, and I love talking about theater because it's all I love.
When do you officially leave?
When do I officially leave? I'm leaving late August.
Man, that's insane. Moving to a completely different state on your own, it's crazy.
For sure. I could never do that.
Well, let's move on to a change a bit less drastic. Here we have Fonseca with us to talk a little bit about a different kind of change.
The change from vocal to musical theater, it's very much a different atmosphere and a different style of learning. And at first the change was really difficult considering that I didn't really know anyone in theater when I first started. I didn't really know if I was going to end up loving it the way that I do now. And I just kind of went in it. And I'm really happy with it. In the end, I ended up making the theater family that I have now. And really just enjoying theater, and I'm really happy with my choice.
You were in vocal and then you all of a sudden you're like, oh, I want to move to musical theater. Was that a prior passion for different pieces?
I think even in vocal, I think everyone called me the theater kid of vocal. I think when I was in middle school or elementary, when I was going to go into middle school, I had told my mom I wanted to go into theater, but since I had never done it before and she didn't really know what theater was, she put me in for vocal, and I ended up loving it, and then I ended up learning so much there. But I had always still held on to that whole thing of theater. I always thought I was really into musicals and stuff, and I always tried to incorporate that as much as I could into vocal. And I guess when it was time to switch, ever since 6th grade, I knew that when it was my time to go into high school, I really wanted to be musical theater. So it definitely was a prior thing that I wanted to do.
Were you anxious auditioning for musical theater, or did you think I have the experience, I feel I'll do good?
Going in, I wasn't really sure if I had the proper material for it. I wasn't really sure if I was a strong actor or if I was what they were looking for. I remember that once I had already pieced together some of the material that I wanted to audition with, I had gone to Miss Garcia, one of the theater teachers, and I had asked her if I could show her the stuff that I had been working on, and then ask her if that was good or if I should work on anything. And I ended up going to her, and she had ended up giving me a different monologue to work with and giving me a bunch of notes and stuff, but she said I had a lot of potential. And so I really thank her a lot for that, because I think if I hadn't really talked to her and gone through with her, I wouldn't be here. I probably wouldn't have gotten in. So I was so anxious for it though. It was such a scary process since I hadn't really auditioned for like a theater type thing before. Auditioning for like vocal and like that whole aspect of it is so different from like auditioning for like a theater production, or like the magnet in itself is completely different. So super anxious.
Had you taken the elective before? Do you ever take the theater elective or no?
I had taken the theater elective in 6th grade with Mr. Bodie, and I don't think that I really appreciated it as much as I should have. I feel like I really took it as like exactly that, like an elective, and I didn't take it as like this is a future potential career of mine. And that was also like a huge fear of mine, that I was going to go into high school with like Mr. Bodie already knowing me from that class, and then like bringing that into my high school self, which I'm so grateful that I did. People and like different approaches to theater for sure.
Wrap on this week's segment. Let us know in the comments something that's changed in your life.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.